Hey guys, welcome back to I'm Just an Asshole Sometimes. This is episode 13. I'm your host, Clarissa, and I got some really interesting Reddit stories to read, so stay tuned. Okay, this episode I have different takes from different subreddits, like Am I the Asshole, dating, infidelity, marriage, just different stuff. But this first one is from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for expecting my pregnant girlfriend to apologize to my mom after rejecting her food? My girlfriend is 39 weeks pregnant, and my mom has come to town to stay with us, so we have someone to take care of our 3-year-old and cats when we go to the hospital. My girlfriend and mom usually get along, so it was a good idea, but my girlfriend has been causing some issues this week, and now I'm stuck in the middle between two angry women and wondering if I'm the asshole. The main issue: my mom is an amazing cook, but admittedly, she doesn't always cook the healthiest because growing up, me and my brother hated vegetables. My mom has cooked dinner for us every night since she got here 5 days ago, and tonight my girlfriend said she would cook. My mom told her not to worry because she had already had it planned. So my girlfriend told her that maybe she could cook for herself, our toddler, and me, but my girlfriend needed something very specific tonight. They kind of went back and forth, with my mom offering to cook what she wanted, until my girlfriend rather rudely said she wanted to cook it for herself tonight. My mom is extremely offended and hurt, and my girlfriend is pissed off because she says she needs certain nutrients and foods right now, and she can't let being polite get in the way of maintaining a healthy diet. I decided to take my mom's side because she offered to cook my girlfriend what she wanted, and girlfriend literally ended up eating boiled green beans and broccoli, which my mom easily could have done. Plus, the baby is already grown and she takes prenatal vitamins every day, so I felt she was being a bit dramatic. I told my girlfriend I expect her to apologize to my mom. She told me I'm being an asshole and need to butt out. Am I the asshole? Yeah. First of all, I didn't know how crazy cravings got until I was pregnant. So I would crave things that I never even had, but I knew in my head what they taste like. So before, I never had an avocado because they just looked nasty. But I craved avocados out of nowhere. So I went to the grocery store, got them, and it was exactly what I expected, and it was what I was craving so badly. When you're pregnant, it's like you crave what you need. And I don't know, maybe she didn't want your mom to boil green beans and broccoli for her. Maybe she wanted to do it herself. And just because she's taking prenatals, it doesn't mean everything's all good. It's like prenatals pretty much cover most of the bases, but whatever you can get, just in your diet is amazing for the baby. And the baby isn't fully grown. Technically, they're full term at 39 weeks, but it doesn't mean they're fully grown. My son, who is 6 months, he was born at 39 weeks, 4 days, and he had a pneumothorax, which is basically a hole in the lung, collapsed lung. And had he been born 12 hours later, 24 hours later, it may have not happened. It was a total fluke. So no, just because he was born at full term doesn't mean he was fully grown. So I don't know, this guy just sounds dumb. And then siding with your mom, come on. It's like, do you want to be up shit's creek for a long time? It's your girlfriend. She's pregnant. Near the end, you are miserable. You can't sleep. Everything hurts. You just want the baby out. And just let her eat whatever the hell she wants. Let her make it on her own. Why are you making it something more than what it is? A mountain out of a molehill, basically. I don't know. You're a jackass. So, let's go to the comments. This one has 40 awards, so you're the asshole. The baby isn't fully grown for starters. Babies rely on the energy and nutrients mom provides until they are out of the womb and the cord is cut. Then they get it via milk formula. Just because she's taking prenatal vitamins doesn't mean it's all good. Secondly, you have zero idea about the cravings of a pregnant woman. She wanted healthy food, which is her body telling her that's what she needs at that moment in time. Having a baby takes a massive toll on the body. If she wants to cook herself veggies, let her have the damn veggies. She clearly tried to be polite to your mother, and then she got jack of it and snapped. Your girlfriend is full of hormones, emotions about giving birth, and your baby. Worst of all, you side with your mother over your girlfriend, aka the mother of your child. What kind of dick move is that? Are you looking to be on the couch for eternity? You, sir, need to get your priorities in order. Apologize to your girlfriend and ask your mother to chill with the pushiness. Your mother obviously means well, but she needs to stay in her lane and respect your very pregnant girlfriend's wishes when it comes to what she wants to eat. Exactly. Another thing, too, is even when you're breastfeeding, you get insane cravings, too. Way more than if you're not breastfeeding, basically. I would get cravings for sweets and just weird stuff out of nowhere. And it's like, if I don't have it at that moment, I feel like, I'm gonna die. Like, I needed what I was craving. And during both of my pregnancies, more so the second one, I was incredibly sick, where I was throwing up multiple times a day, and it was hard to keep anything down. So if I was craving something, it was essential to eat it because I knew it sounded good. Maybe it would have a better chance at staying down. Just, I had like maybe a 10 to 20 minute window to get whatever I was craving, and hopefully it would stay down. It really sucked, but that's just how your body is. Okay, next comment. As a currently pregnant human, do not fuck with me when it comes to my food desires. If I want to eat a plain head of iceberg lettuce, back the fuck off. If I want to spend $30 having a $7 burrito delivered to me, back the fuck off. Do not mess with the pregnant lady's food, period. OP, you're the asshole. Exactly. What sucked was I craved food from this specific place that was like 2 hours away, and I would almost cry because I just wanted their food so bad. I don't know, it sucked. Someone else, hell yes. Nothing else will satisfy until that craving is met. Look at you, Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster. OP, you're the asshole. Someone said, I'm not even pregnant. My life is made up of cravings for Red Lobster biscuits. Can't say I've ever had them, but yeah. Someone else, fellow currently pregnant lady with major food aversions and nausea. Couldn't agree more. Yes, if anything, I had so much food aversions rather than cravings, but when I did crave something, I had to have it. It was just what my body needed. Okay, another comment. Info. Has your mom apologized? You're the asshole. I agree with the thoughts shared by Counting Pickles. That's a Redditor, whatever. It is fine that your mom offered to make the vegetables at first, but when your girlfriend insisted, your mom was an airhead for not taking the hint. It makes sense that your girlfriend got frustrated and expressed that. She clearly communicated what she wanted, and your mom wasn't listening. Your girlfriend might not feel good and is eager to eat something that she knows will make her feel better. Also, she's about to bring a human into the world, which is a painful and scary experience. She might want to feel in control of her own space and boundaries right now. She wanted to take care of her own needs, or maybe she just wanted to do a normal, routine thing to get out of some of her energy, and your mom was in the way. If you showed up to help people, you have to listen and adapt and avoid bossing them around or disrupting their routine. I bet if your mom had said, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were feeling that way, that your girlfriend would have said, I'm sorry, I snapped. I just really have to make my own food. Exactly. What did they say that really hit base? Yeah, your girlfriend might not be feeling good and is eager to eat something she knows will make her feel better. Yes, I had a few things that I knew would at least kind of settle my stomach, and smoothies. I had how many smoothies a day? And it's like, I know how to make them. And if someone offered to make me a smoothie, it's like, no, I know exactly what I want, how I want it made. Thank you, but no thank you. I can do it. So, yeah, this dude really needs to apologize, have his mom apologize, and guaranteed the girlfriend would apologize. So, no biggie. Okay, this person also has 40 awards for their comment. My girlfriend has been causing some issues this week, and now I'm stuck in the middle between two angry women and wondering if I'm the asshole. She is heavily pregnant, ready to pop at any moment, uncomfortable, probably contracting, and you think she's causing issues? You're the asshole. My girlfriend needed something specific tonight. She's heavily pregnant, in my opinion. She can get whatever she wants within reason. I kind of went back and forth with my mom offering to cook what she wanted. This is where you should have stepped in and said whatever makes my heavily pregnant partner comfortable. My mom is extremely offended and hurt. That's not your partner's problem. Is your mother there to help or add stress? My girlfriend is pissed off because she says she needs certain nutrients and foods right now, and she can't let being healthy or being polite get in the way of maintaining a healthy diet. Absolutely. I decided to take my mom's side. How dare you? This woman opened up her home, anticipating she'd get help, and you couldn't support her. You can't stand up for her. Girlfriend literally ended up eating boiled green beans and broccoli. Oh my God, this is all she ate. This is all she felt like she could eat because she wasn't feeling heard or supporting in her own home. Towards the end of her pregnancy, the baby is already grown. She takes prenatal vitamins every day, so I feel like she's being a bit dramatic. Are you a doctor? Are you a qualified medical professional? Have you been pregnant before? No. I told my girlfriend I expect her to apologize to my mom. I'm fucking pissed, livid. How dare you not stand by your partner, especially during this time? You have failed her as a partner and co-parent. It's good your mother enjoys cooking for you because you'll be spending lots of time with her soon. This one was great, so I agree. I don't know. Someone's like, right? Vitamins? What a joke. This guy is a huge asshole. Yeah, like vitamins are supposed to, I don't know, suffice some sort of craving you're having. I don't know. Just what a douche. And they have a 3-year-old, so you think he'd maybe like know from prior experience, maybe? I don't know. It's like, apologize to your girlfriend. Make your mom apologize. Your girlfriend is so uncomfortable right now. It's like, just be supportive. It's not that hard. Like, literally, sometimes the bar is so incredibly low for men. It's ridiculous. So, you're the asshole. Okay, this totally sucks. This is my second take because my mic wasn't plugged in the first time. Hopefully, I can still tell the cute story how I did the first time, but we'll see. This is from the subreddit dating. Please tell me there are still organic ways to meet romantic partners that aren't limited to apps or relying on a big group of friends for mutual introductions. I need advice. I hate dating apps. Most of us have been on and off since about 2013, and it's to the point where I have spent years matching with the same people over and over, or seeing the same people over and over. I am so bored and over the whole weird and highly predictable thing. I'm also super in my own head about most things, and apps just no longer stimulate me. Not to mention pandemic-induced agoraphobia. I've been trying to make myself get back out there, but I cannot find motivation through these apps. When people say, well, most people also meet partners through mutual introductions, but I'm in my late 20s now and do not have many friends at this point. Everyone's living their own lives. I'm also not a bar hopper. I do, however, go a lot of places alone. I walk around a lot. I'm highly social, so interactions with strangers happen often. However, a lot of men will linger like they're interested, but I've noticed the same types of men who'd I'd match with on dating sites are the same types who are too shy or intimidated to pull the trigger face to face. Literal missed connection scenarios. So my question is, do rom-com worthy meet cuties still happen? If you've met your partner super organically or know people who have, please give me/other people in this situation some hope. LOL. TLDR, is it possible to find a romantic partner without relying on apps, introductions from other people, or bars? Okay, my experience. Yes, but it's still over social media, but let me explain. I met my husband over Facebook, but technically we went to high school together. He was a senior, I was a freshman, and his best friend, who was also good friends with me, like after high school, he wanted us to meet for quite some time, and it just never happened. I'm a firm believer that timing is key, and it just wasn't the right time to meet. But what's weird is on Facebook, how he started talking to me, I posted a picture of this friend because he passed away in January of 2008, and I put that I missed him. And then my husband messaged me privately and we started talking, and that was 2013. So we talked for about a year, and then we met face to face. It's so weird how you can become someone's confidant, or they can become your confidant without ever meeting. But it seemed like we were each other's at that point. And when we talked, it never got pervy. Had it got pervy, I would have blocked him. He was just super respectful of everything. And once I met him, it's like I knew I liked him, but the chemistry had to be there. So when we met in person, it was there, and it ended up working out. And I can never say enough good things about my husband, but it's like he's not the aggressive type either. He's not going to be the one who just tries to kiss you first or anything like that. And I'm not aggressive either. So after hanging out one time, we had hung out a few times prior, and he didn't try to kiss me or anything. And I told him, I am really dense, so if you like me more than a friend, you have to tell me, because I'm not going to assume anything. And I remember I had to go home and shower or whatever. But as soon as I left and I got to my car, he text messaged me. He said, I like dummy. I just laughed, and I remember having butterflies in my stomach because it was just, I was so happy. And it's just, you know, it's so hard to meet people organically without some sort of, I don't know, social media or something. I don't know. But yeah, with my experience, it felt organic. It's just, he was the first one to message me. And when he messaged me, he just asked me, you know, about our friend that had passed. And then it turned into more, and pretty soon we're talking all the time and texting all the time. And yeah, like I said, it took about a year before we met face to face, but I don't know. I'm going to read some of the comments. My girlfriend and I met at a social event for a hobby we both enjoy. I overheard her telling someone that she needed help with something related to the hobby, and I offered to help. I recommend trying to meet people through a hobby, cause or activity that you enjoy. That way you already know you have at least one thing in common, and that helps get the initial conversation going. And don't be afraid to make the first move. If you think a guy is interested, make it clear to him that you are also. Exactly. like I said, I pretty much, I think I told him that I liked him or whatever, or just made it clear that I'm dense. So if you like me, you have to tell me. Otherwise, I just won't pick it up, I guess, unless you're somewhat an aggressive type or let me know. I'm not gonna just assume anything, really. Another comment. I'm a 26-year-old female who frequently goes out alone with the intention of meeting people. The best advice I can give you is start talking to people first, casually. Make it a habit. Casually talk to everyone, even people you're not attracted to. Make small talk with the bartender. Compliment someone's outfit. Tell the guy at open mic night you loved his song. Also, in your dog example, you should have extended the conversation. Ask him if he has any pets, what their names are, and say your dogs could use a friend. Bam, there's your in, casually. There's been multiple times I've started convos with guys where they were shy at first, then as I kept talking and asking questions, they opened up. Going to some of the same places frequently also helps, especially over a shared hobby. You said you don't like to do bars, which I get, but sometimes they have comedy or music open mics or karaoke, etc. You don't have to drink or drink a lot and still have tons of fun and socialize. Exactly. At that point in my life, I had cleaned up my life so much. I had worked on myself. For probably 2 years, I was single, did me. I finally had self-esteem, self-worth, self-respect. Just, I was at a really good place. So, I didn't want to go to bars because I was sober. And in our area, drinking is prevalent. And I didn't want to be with someone who drank or drank a lot. I was over so much shit that I was just like, whatever. I was content with my life. If I was meant to be a old spinster with cats, so be it. It's just, I wasn't gonna settle for less. And I'm glad I didn't settle because that's how I met my husband. And that moved pretty fast organically, but the way it moved, I don't know, it was slow too, where he was so respectful of just everything I've told him prior to us meeting. And it was so nice, like the beginning of dating, because I hate dating. I hate being, because I hate dating. I hate being awkward with someone. I hate like getting to know each other phase because say you really like someone and then you find something out and it's just devastating and it ruins your whole perception of them. You no longer like them and you're just done. And I don't like dating. It's so uncomfortable. And also through the years, my social anxiety has gotten worse with age. More so where I can't deal with a lot of people. I'm sick of dealing with people's stupid shit. I'm over it. And I think that's something that happens as you get older too. You're just over wasting your time and not wanting to waste time on bullshit things. So, yeah, I'm not a time waster. If I know it's not going to go anywhere, I tell them and, good riddance. It's just, I'm not into wasting time. So, let's find another one. Let's see. If you're in one of those situations, don't be afraid to pull the trigger. I'm a pretty shy guy, but if the girl I'm talking to makes it clear she's into me, it loosens me up a lot more, and a lot of my shyness fades. Just telling him he's handsome or something like that. And of course, you can always ask someone out too. But yes, I do think you can meet someone like this 100%, especially if you're at a place where you're doing a hobby or activity you enjoy. Exactly. And then a lot of people jump onto comments and trying to find more, I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I met my boyfriend on a train. He just happened to have exchanged his seat with an elderly woman who wanted to sit with her son. And voila, he ended up on the seat next to me. I wasn't looking for anything, but the spark was hard to ignore. We talked straight for 7 hours till the journey ended. We started dating soon after, so yes, it is possible to meet people organically, but it's a bit rare now. All the best, buddy. Yeah, if I were to become suddenly single, I don't plan on it, but to try to like go into dating now, I couldn't imagine how hard it is with apps. I don't know if I could do apps, honestly, because it's just, oh, the thought of just, I don't know. What if you like vibe with someone, you know, over an app and then you meet them in person and there's zero chemistry? It's like you're wasting time, and I despise wasting time. It's so pointless. I don't know. I'm just not one of those that likes to date. It's so uncomfortable. It's just, ugh, no thank you. So, if you're on a platform where you can comment, I'd really love it if you commented on how you met your partner or significant other, because I like hearing how other people met. I think it's really cute. So, my husband, I know he usually doesn't listen to these, but I just want to say, I love you. You're amazing. You are the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I couldn't ask for a better husband, partner, father to my children, best friend, partner in crime. You're everything. I love you. Okay, I am doing another dating Reddit. This is ghosting after sex. Help. I need advice. And this one kind of reads kind of weird, so I'm going to do my best. Okay, so I, female 22, just started seeing this guy, male 29. We had probably hung out around 4 times, and every time he's very kind, very much making me feel like he wanted to be there. He was chill, not super love bomb or anything, but there was things he was saying that definitely led that he wanted a bit of a future there and see what could happen. Anyway, on our 4th hangout in about a week, we ended up sleeping together and I stayed over. I got up for work, we had sex in the morning, and he kissed me, and I was doing a dramatic bye. And he was like, "Don't be dramatic, I'm literally going to see you so soon." Then he texted me that day, on Monday, and then I didn't hear anything or get a reply. I called him once after to see how he was and say hi, which he did answer and joked that he was not ghosting me at all. And it had been a bit over a day, and he was just super busy, and he said maybe he'll see me on the weekend. No other texts now or anything. It's Thursday. He's not a super texting person, but there's been zero communication across all socials or anything. Personally, I feel it's really rude. It's only been 3 days. When do you know someone's ghosting you or trying not to hang out again? I'm quite upset that we had sex, and now I feel I'll never see him again. To me, it's a pretty dick move. You could have sent one text. I'm really hurt and feeling super deflated. So any advice, or if you have been through it before and have positive stories, that would be much appreciated. Well, that sucks. I don't know. I think he's probably ghosting. I mean, if they hung out 4 times in a week, he's been making time for her. Then it's been 3 days and he hasn't texted. I'm guessing he's ghosted her. So, to the comments. I'm 35. I've been through this situation a few times in my 20s. It's shit and it's rude and it hurts, but there is literally nothing you can do. This man is not interested in you beyond sex, and that's the really shitty reality. Chalk it up to experience, forget about him, and move on. And then OP replied, "God, can you tell me at least in your 30s it gets a little better? I'm not sure how to live in fear of not being ghosted." And then she replied, "I wish I could tell you there's a guaranteed happy ending, but I believe people will continue ghosting until they are actual ghosts. I've had 3 long-term relationships, which have taught me a lot about myself, and I ended the last one in 2018 and have been happily single since. It got better for me because I slowly became really secure within myself. I fulfill all my own emotional needs, and so I don't need validation from men anymore. The first few times I got ghosted, I was angry and sent messages demanding explanations, respect, some kind of closure. Guess how that turned out? So I had to learn to stop needing that and reflect on some guy I'd only met twice held so much power over me. If you're like me, then you're not afraid of ghosting so much as you're afraid of being unlovable. Because if someone can just throw you away after intimacy like that, it somehow means that you are unworthy. Flip it, if someone ghosts you, it's not because you're deficient, it's because they are. I hope you find peace with this soon, one way or another. I thought that was amazing advice. And honestly, I can relate to this person because before I met my husband, I was single for 2 years. I was extremely content in my life. I, like her, didn't need validation from men or need validation and whatever. So yeah, I can totally relate to that. But I don't know. I feel bad for OP because I that would suck. You hang out with him. He seems like he's interested. You finally have sex, and then you don't hear from him. It's like, what the fuck? Basically, just use me for sex. So I would feel unworthy and unlovable too, just like that person mentioned. So I think she had really good advice. Let's see. A lot of people are complimenting that person on their reply, which was amazing. So I wanted to read it. Let's see. You either find a man your age that doesn't immediately want sex, or find an older, richer guy that never talked to girls. These late 20s guys wanting young 20s girls just for free sex is kind of becoming more common. I was just going to say something about the age gap. At 22 and 29, there's a significant difference. I remember being 22, and I remember being 29. I had evolved so much. I was not the same person at 29 as I was 22. And I met my husband at 27. He was 31. So, I don't know. I was in a stage in my life where I didn't want to waste time. I didn't like wasting time. And I wasn't just looking to date just anyone or settle. Before, in the past, I have settled with people thinking, well, I don't see anything wrong with them. Like, maybe I could try to like them. And that ends disastrously. I mean, if there's no spark, there's no chemistry, don't force yourself because it'll just end horribly. Someone says it does not get better in your 30s. Actually, it tends to get worse because you begin to recognize your own value and put up with less BS, while men tend to see you as less valuable because you're not in your 20s and easily manipulated anymore. I agree with the other person saying that when they ghost, it's usually because they are deficient. Sex to a lot of men is transactional. That guy was speaking about future things because most women want a stable relationship, so use that to get into your pants. Learn from this. Start looking into how to raise the bar on what your expectations are. Start looking into what common red flags in men are. Potentially hang out with more than 4 times before sleeping with them. I don't say that to shame you at all. I say that because most men will only want to get sex, will bail after a month or so. They're not patient enough. There's nothing wrong with sleeping with someone when you feel ready, but doing it early on leaves a distinct possibility that they're not wanting a relationship. I know it's an ugly thing to say, but it's very often true. That person is dead on. So, again, I'm sorry to keep bringing up my relationship with my husband, but it took over a month to become intimate, and I'm happy that we took it slow. And also, to me, sex is so much better when you actually have feelings for someone, when you love someone. It's so much better than just, I don't know, a one-night stand. One-night stands usually don't make you feel good, so I agree. If you can wait, do it, unless, you're looking for a hookup or whatever, then, that's on you. But just don't, I don't know, jump into a sexual relationship maybe early on because, more likely they'll ghost because they are not patient. Then someone said, yeah, that's not how it works. If anything, dating gets harder the older you get. My friends are to be believed because they tell me the available pool of people shrinks. For example, I'm no longer on the market since I've been married. It just all depends. And someone says, can confirm, it's harsh, but the older you get, if you're single, it's usually for a reason. That being said, I think COVID was a strain on a lot of people's long-distance relationships or long-term relationships. And there are some good people circulating again. Unfortunately, most of them are still rebounding or still trying to get over their ex. It's a weird time. Someone else, I'm 31, and I'm going to personally tell you that it does not get better. Age does not matter either. I recently got ghosted by a guy, and I have not heard from him in 2 weeks. Oh, that sucks. And then someone else, the guys don't get better, but you get better at detecting which ones are going to be flakes. This was a great learning opportunity for you, and now you'll be better at identifying these assholes in the future. Ugh, someone else. Nope, it doesn't get better. In fact, I'd argue that it gets worse. Slept with a guy, both of us 31 at the time, and he ghosted. We have known each other for years / acquaintances. Been hanging out with and sleeping with and casually dating a guy for about 8 months. I'm now nearly 33. He'll soon be 42. He's basically bullshitted me the entire time, saying he doesn't want or is not looking for anything right now, and is focusing on self-improvement and looking for a high-yield career. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, most men who are single and never been engaged or married by their mid-30s, and especially in their early 40s, is a huge inclination that they're not the commitment type, and you might as well not waste your time. I can now see what so many people have tried telling me over the years. Don't hound a guy about commitment and or marriage, definitely. But also have that DTR talk with them. I don't know what DTR means, but yeah. And let them know blatantly that marriage and or long-term commitment is your end goal. If they hedge it all, break it off. Because if they're unsure, that means they're either no, it's not you, or it's not looking for that in general. Also, the ones who say they're open to the idea, have boundaries for yourself and set time to it. If, say, after 1.5 years, he isn't discussing advancing the relationship further along, an example, getting a place together, engagement, discussing a future together, and making moves towards building that future, cut your losses and move on. Don't keep trying to force or wait it out until you're 33 like me. Find yourself stuck with being played or breadcrumbed. It sucks. True, that I was in a relationship like that where he didn't want basically to label anything. And to some people, I was a friend. To some people, I was a girlfriend. Just basically, whenever he contacted me, he wanted me to drop everything to hang out with him, spend time with him. It was just bullshit. And after a few months, it's like, screw it, I'm not playing games. And I don't know why dating or being in a relationship has to be, I don't know, mind games. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Don't play mind games. All right, this one comes from the marriage subreddit. It says, daughter and wife think I invaded privacy. Update below. I may have overstepped tonight, and I'm wondering what others' opinions are. After dinner, my daughter, 17, took a bath in our bathroom. Not an unusual occurrence, as we have a large whirlpool tub. She has been in there a while and wasn't responding to texts or knocks on the bathroom door, so I peeked my head in and asked if everything was okay. In the bathroom mirror, I saw her face in the reflection, and she appeared to be unconscious. I freaked out. I rushed in, shouted to her, and shook her shoulders, almost called 911, and nearly panicked. Turned out she had fallen asleep. She was exhausted from a long week of studying and nodded off. She bolted upright, was disorientated. There was some screaming. I admit I probably overreacted, but the image of her passed out, or worse, sent me into a tailspin. She now thinks this was a serious invasion of privacy and failure to observe boundaries. My wife seems to be taking her side, and I'm struggling with this. Curious what others think. Edit. First of all, thanks for the supportive replies. It really helped me through a tough night. Most of you are right. It was all about her initial shock and embarrassment. My daughter was embarrassed and told my wife, oh my God, he saw everything. And my wife had an initial shock about that, perhaps because she hasn't seen my daughter naked in years. So there are probably some layers in there. But all seems better this morning. I think we will get there. My wife and I had a good talk about it last night. Okay, I don't see why it'd be an issue because you're knocking, she's not responding. You're texting, she's not responding. What are you supposed to do? I mean, I have 2 little ones that are 2 and 6 months, so obviously not even close to there yet. But if one of them had been older and not responding, yes, I would go in because I would be scared something happened in the bathroom. So everything he did, it had good intentions, and it's not like he's being a perv or something. Like, I don't get why the wife and daughter are so, like, pissed. So, I mean, he's a dad. He's supposed to be concerned. She's not responding. So, I mean, what if she hit her head and slid, into the bath? You don't know. So, for the comments, you did everything right. If I were in her shoes and my dad came in while I was in the bath, out of the same explanation and concern, I would 100% understand and apologize for scaring him. You're her father. Obviously, you weren't trying to invade her privacy and acted out of love and concern. And he responded, "Thanks for that reassurance. Really, I needed that." No, that's exactly what I think. It's like, how weird. But I get it though. A 17-year-old girl, you're embarrassed, but it's like you can see that obviously your dad was concerned. He loves you. He cares about you. He wouldn't just come in there otherwise. Okay, this one has a lot of upvotes and a few awards. Hi, mother of a 22-month-old who tragically drowned in my in-laws' pool. Mother-in-law did watch him go down the slide and did nothing to attempt to save him. You did absolutely nothing wrong given the situation. You knocked, texted, and she didn't respond. So when you sit down and have that conversation with your daughter and hopefully wife too, you can share with them my story and how grateful they should be that you did what you did. How would your wife feel if something did happen to your daughter and you just shut the door, did nothing, and she just drowned? You'd be writing a very different post. Glad she's okay. I would be devastated. And what is wrong with the mother-in-law that she saw him go down the slide and then did nothing? That is just sick. A lot of people were offering their condolences, and she said, "Thank you. More awareness needs to be made in regards to drowning. It's not something that is really discussed until it happens to someone you know or they know. We were aware of it, and he was taking swim safety lessons to prevent that from happening, and it still happened." And then someone asked, "Wait, is she in jail? Isn't that criminal negligence to literally sit and watch a baby drown?" And then she replied, "No. She was investigated by two different sheriff offices. They live in one county. He died in another county. And by CPS, and all three concluded it was a tragic accident." That is so devastating. I am so sorry for that mom. I could not imagine. I don't know, it hurts my heart just thinking about something like that. I hope I never have to be in that position as a mother. I pray I never have to be in a position where I lose one of my kids. I hope not. And someone said, "She's probably a little embarrassed, and this reaction is a flight or fight defense mechanism. If you were genuinely worried about her safety, then you did absolutely the right thing." Someone said, "Just remind her that you used to wipe the shit off her when she was a baby, and that she's still your baby, and that she has a right to her privacy unless your daddy's senses are tingling and you think she might be in danger, and that she shouldn't take a bath if she's that tired. I fell asleep in the bath once when I was a teenager. My mom woke me up. My nose was the only part of my body that wasn't underwater. As a mother, I got back from camping and I put my daughter in the bath. She was 5 at the time. I leave the door cracked open so I can hear her, and suddenly heard nothing, and in about 1 minute of that, it dawned on me that she was probably tired, and I ran in the bathroom fast. There she was, asleep, with the upper half of her face above the water. One of the top scariest moments of raising her so far." Wow. I think just hearing these bath stories or drowning stories, I'm just probably going to have me or my husband be like the bath time watch person until they're old enough to shower on their own. I don't know. Now that's like a fear of mine. Let's see. Yeah, making comments like that can give a feeling of, "I'm entitled to you because I did X. Now you owe me, even if what I did was a requirement of myself due to me being responsible for you as your parent." Then the whole "you'll always be my baby" is I can't say this, infantilization. Words matter, and OP's daughter is not a little girl, but becoming an adult young woman here under the care of her parents. OP acknowledging how he aired and how he understands how she's upset, then explaining why he did it as far more respectful, and is starting the transition of acknowledging that she's becoming an adult, but he's still protective and concerned for her, which all adults are to people they love regardless of age. Exactly. I don't know. I just figured I'd throw this one in there because, I don't know, variety. So that'll end this segment. Okay, this one is, am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for using my husband's money to pay for my daughter's iPhone that he broke? My daughter is 16. She had her old phone for 5 years and always wanted a new phone. I'm the only one working right now since my husband decided he wanted to take a break from work after he inherited some money from his dad. I saw that she did pretty good at school despite having mental health issues that had gotten in the way of her focus before. And so I decided to keep her encouraged reward her by getting her an Apple iPhone that cost a good sum of money. I did my best to save money to buy it. I literally skipped paying for breakfast at work to be able to afford it. My husband didn't want to help, so I was on my own. I bought her the iPhone, and quite honestly, I haven't seen her this happy in a while. It was refreshing for me because she really went through some hard times in the past couple of years, emotionally and mentally. My husband wasn't happy with this. He said the iPhone will only distract her from school and chores, but that wasn't true. In fact, it encouraged her to do more. But he still said I shouldn't have spent that kind of money on an iPhone, and she might be irresponsible with and break. My daughter picked up on his attitude towards the iPhone, but I told her to ignore him. Days ago, I found out that he broke the iPhone. I asked why, and he said he asked her to get him something from the toolbox in the garage, but she was on the iPhone and ignored him. He used this incident as evidence that the iPhone was a bad influence, but I yelled at him and demanded he replace it. He said he wouldn't, so I took money out of his account and paid for a new iPhone and gave it to my daughter. He saw what I did and went off on me, calling me vicious and awful, and accused me of stealing his father's money and demanded the money I took, every single penny, back. I basically told him it won't happen, and he got his mother on me, saying I'm a terrible example for my daughter by getting her a phone paid for with the money that I stole from her dad. My husband said he won't speak a word to me till I fix this, but I already said I owe him nothing. Am I the asshole for this? Edit. No, he's her biological father, not stepdad. And the price for the iPhone where I live is $1,000, and it's not cheap. Finding out that I took $1,000 out of his inheritance really got him so furious that he said I was the worst woman he met in his life. He had 2 ex-wives, if this is any way relevant. He took it back later, then said he won't speak till the money is back. No, you're not the asshole, he is. At first, I thought this was maybe a stepdad, but finding out it's her biological dad makes a huge difference. And this is his 3rd marriage. I don't know. And then, okay, he's not working right now. There's only one income coming in, that's her. And she literally stopped eating breakfast to save up for this iPhone for her daughter. She paid for it. Then this asshole broke it out of nowhere, so he destroys his daughter's property and then doesn't pay for it. That's bullshit. So her taking money out of his inheritance is only fair because he broke it. And then him being so pissed about $1,000, I'm thinking like finances are tight for them right now. And why isn't he working? Yeah, he inherited some money, but if he's bitching about $1,000, he should be working right now. And I don't know, it makes me sick that she stopped eating breakfast and saved up for how long for this, and he just breaks it. No concern about that. And then it's disgusting. It's a form of abuse. And then saying, I'm not going to talk until you put the money back. No, you broke it, you pay for it. I don't know, you learn that as a child. Don't break something unless you want to pay for it. At least that's what I was taught, but whatever. Now the comments. Run, don't walk. Contact DA survivor groups in your area and plan an escape route. Things like this do not happen in a vacuum. Someone else. Dear Reddit, I'm on stage 3 of an abusive relationship. What should I do? Oh, and then someone put, right? First I was like, maybe he's the stepdad. Then I was like, 3rd marriage. Then I saw he wasn't speaking to her and why, but the kicker was his reason. Like, what the actual fuck? Yeah, like, I pretty much named everything I was thinking, but yeah. Then someone says, he has a 16-year-old daughter from his 3rd marriage. There's a drastic financial power disparity in this relationship. He's immature and prone to fits of rage. Screams drastic difference in ages to me. Is this one of those, my 19 female, boyfriend 42 male, and I are expecting a baby, but my friend thinks it's controlling and distant post, but 17 years later? Exactly. Then someone put, am I the asshole? For fuck's sakes. Yep. Then someone put, when I was in an emotionally, psychologically, mentally abusive relationship and was having an existential crisis because I knew myself to be one thing, but this man that's supposed to love me and is the father of my kids was telling me constantly how psycho I was. I can see the projection red flags from miles away these days. Laugh out loud. So I went to internet searching in the ye olde internet days of early aughts. One of the first things I read was along the lines of, if you're here questioning if you're a narcissist, in my case, and trying to figure out if you are one, chances are that you aren't, but you are in a relationship with one. Abusive relationships will erode everything that makes you, you. Scramble your reality and then reassemble it to be in service to your abuser, and it happens slowly. You become the frog in the pot. Once you get out of it, takes a lot of work in a lot of ways, and put yourself back together. You look back and wonder why the hell it took you so long to realize how toxic it had become. It crushes me, the folks that are obviously in an abusive relationship come and ask if they're the asshole. But on the other hand, there is a slew of comments validating her feelings and experience and letting her know she's not lost it, she's not an asshole, and lets her know just how important it is to get the fuck out. That's invaluable when you're the person in that situation. OP, make a plan, secretly, and get the fuck out. It will not get better. And someone said, this comment is so important. There may be other things OP is not seeing or overlooking. And that's what I think too. I think there's a lot more that they don't even realize. Then someone said, I don't understand the silent treatment. I enjoy peace and quiet, and after reading about OP's husband, gotta think his silence is a freaking blessing. And no, if you're experiencing the silent treatment, it's usually tense as hell. You don't know if what you'll say or do will set that person off, like you're walking on eggshells and trying to, navigate through landmines, and one wrong move and that person could blow up. So it's not a blessing. And someone said, I wish I could have looked at my stepmother's silent treatment as a blessing, looking back as an adult. But when you're in the moment and someone you love someone who's supposed to love you is ignoring you, it hurts no matter how bad they are otherwise. Exactly, it's a form of abuse. Someone said, yes, it's never peaceful and calm silence. It's incredibly tense silence, filled with the possibility of awakening rage and knowing you're not allowed to speak either. So your partner/parent is refusing to be there to meet your needs. Exactly. I hope OP realizes this and gets her and her daughter out, because this is not healthy at all. I don't know, he probably has so many other red flags that she doesn't even, it's not even sinking into her. Someone else, to purposely break someone's belongings because their actions anger you, this is so abusive and controlling, it's just a massive red flag. How can OP's daughter feel safe around a parent who resorts to damaging their property? What's next, her bedroom door? Then OP said something about their daughter having mental health issues. I'm somehow thinking it's related to the husband, her dad, or the marriage, something, because I don't know if he's refusing to update her phone. I mean, she had her previous phone for 5 years. That says a lot. So from 11 to 16, she had the same phone, and obviously she didn't break it. It's still working, or so I assume. I don't know. That's messed up. Then someone said, he quit his job because of an inheritance and makes you work extra to get something for your daughter. OP, run. You're not the asshole. And someone said, and is worried the iPhone will make her less of a hard worker, but the example he's setting is fine. Yeah. Then someone put, oh no, my child didn't get something minor that I should have gotten myself. I also decided to stop working because I inherited daddy's money that I won't share with my daughter or wife. Make my wife work extra to get our daughter anything that causes her joy, encourages her to do better. I will also break the thing that my mentally drained daughter, who's doing well at school, enjoys, just to make her a hard worker, just like I am. Red flags all around. True. So, OP, you're not the asshole. Your husband is. Get out. Okay, that concludes episode 13 of I'm Just an Asshole Sometimes. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and whether you're listening on Spotify or another platform, I'd love it if you went to Spotify, gave a rating. I really appreciate it. Otherwise, I hope you have a great night, day, morning, wherever you are. And as always, don't be an asshole.